there's another one.
That's true that it's easier to design tutorials for specific genres.
Let's read out loud for the.
So this is
really good level design, but I feel like it's easier to design tutorials for specific genres of games.
That's true.
That's true.
That's just how it is. True. Different game, like you in a platformer, you don't need to teach that many things usually. So it's like you have more freedom to do what you want.
But again, like the things we're being taught, like aren't necessarily basic. You know, there's a couple of basic platformer things.
True.
But the thing about like untying the bows of yarn, like, is very specific to this game.
Yes.
You know.
But it's still not like compared to like 4X game. You don't have that many things to teach, which is.
Oh, look at that!
Oh.
Hidden thing. Oh, big sunny flower. So why did I know? So let's say, I mean that was a good reinforcement of what we just learned, because we just had a moment where we were like, we can't go forward. Also, and the solution was more obvious the first time, right? The solution was obviously throw the thing at the cloud thing. Here's a new situation that mirrors the one we just learned on, where we can advance forward, but there is something there, and so it's like, well, I guess I'll try and throw something at it.
Did you explore anything down?
No, I didn't.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like, so the lessons here that I want to take away are, it's not like this is how you design a tutorial. It's like looking at the pacing of how they're teaching you things, right? Because it's not like you're like, oh, when you make a game, you should teach things like this, because you might not have the same things. It might not even be a platformer, but just the pacing and how they reinforce things. Oh, an invisible thing I think is more broadly relevant. I'm gonna go restock on here. Yeah.
And did you explore everything?
Nope, but you know what?
You don't want to.
I am.
That's fine.
If it was me, I don't think I can go down. That looks like a pit to me. So I'm gonna move on.
I was thinking about the flower itself.
Oh, the flower itself.
Because that thing here teaches you that maybe there's something everywhere.
So this was like the flower's face. Like, I don't understand what you mean.
No, did you go down on the left flower on the left? Like
oh, how I found that invisible thing. Yeah, so it's like.
It's not like everywhere. It's not here, but you can like. There's an incentive to.
It's like, oh, there's stuff can just be. This could be hidden. This be like hidden in plain sight, sort of. Oh, hearts. Yeah. Oh, an invisible one showed up.
So, do you have an idea how do you make invisible ones, invisible question marks appear?
I feel like I have to touch them. I don't know if that's true yet, though.
You or...
I don't know yet. That's what I'm saying. Like, right now, I'm like, do I have to touch them to make them appear? That's where I'm at right now. That's where my brain space is at. This is sort of a nice little thing where it's like, okay, there's no more secrets over here. Like, you know, my guess is... It seems like this would probably be a result of playtesting. Like, maybe they got playtesters that were, like, trying to figure out how to go because why? Okay, alright, no. This is a new question for my audience. Let's assume that the reason they put this arrow here was because people in playtests kept trying to figure out if there was more in this room.
Also, go to the
left. Why?
Okay.
Why do you think a playtester might do that?
Okay.
Why would someone think that there was more to do in this room?
I think you can frame it better if you go to the left. I think that answer is here, not there.
All right, but I'm waiting to see, like, Pretend they put these in as a result of playtesting. Why would people be in here
I don't
thinking,
think it's a playtesting thing.
I know, but I'm putting a potential scenario of why. The playtester might assume they can push the wall if they learned to do it earlier, but why would they assume... This is a very broad thing.
This is a very specific thing.
I think it is... Well,
it's a very specific thing.
The thing I'm thinking of is very broad.
I have a specific answer.
Okay. Well,
but I'll wait.
But it's possible. Like, maybe...
There's a very specific answer to this.
Alright. So my answer is that... we've taught that going right is how you advance.
But do
like,
you see
that,
like, you have a flower that, like, there's a flower that you made, like, that appeared, but do you remember how it appeared?
It was a secret.
Yeah, so you have to find a secret.
Yeah, you have to find... So first of all, like, if they didn't find that secret, we've taught them that going right is a way to move forward. So they might have been like, if this arrow wasn't here, they might have been like stuck in this room being like, how do I do it? How do I do it? But
they have to find a flower.
They have to find the secret to move on.
So they're showing you that that
it's like
the thing that you're looking for is to the left.
It's like, you found a secret here and that's great, but now you have to go back.
So here's a second hidden question mark that you have to find to.
Yes, you have to find to advance.
Yeah.
Like, you can't move on unless you find that question mark. So, this is like a very intentionally designed, like, moment. Okay. Moving on. Ooh. Yay, confetti! Confetti, something happened. I did something good. I don't know what it was. But something good happened, and I think it was related to collecting the coins. So maybe I collected enough for something. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Ooh. This is an interesting thing. Interesting camera shift. Why are they doing this? Humans, why did they do this? Why did they shift the camera instead of just making the old traditional sideways loop like you got in Yoshi's Island?
Yeah. Show you it's a ring.
Show you it's a ring. Why? So in like old school Yoshi's Island, they would just put a circle. So why is it important in this camera to see that this is a ring? Why does it matter? The home stretch. Need the round or sideways perspective to see its ring. You can jump through it. Show us the end of the level, maybe like a safe zone. The home stretch. I think all these things are valid. I think the jump through thing is the most important because it's kind of difficult to tell otherwise.
Yeah.
How did I do? How did I do? I did that many. I got all the hearts. Oh, I didn't get all the flowers. I got all the yarns though. How many stamps I got? I got all
of
the
them.
stamps. But I didn't get that last flower.
Okay, so now that we finished this first level after like
after about
45 minutes. What is this game about?
Yeah, okay, we're gonna switch over. We're gonna switch away from this to the desktop for a minute, okay? We're gonna talk about this for a minute. Oh wait. Oh right, yeah. Hang on. I thought I closed this. Let me make that not have notifications. We're gonna talk a bit about this first level in this game. Notifications. Boop. Do. Okay. Boop. All right, here we are on the desktop. So I'm gonna actually put the game in because I want the music on in the background because it's super cute. We'll just put this all up in the corner here. Whoa, where'd it go? Huh. All right. Anyway, let me get something to write with. What? I don't know what you're doing.
Nothing.
La 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 la. Let's do the old workflowy. We'll get a new workflowy started so that we can chat about this level. Yoshi chat. That's what we'll call it. Boop.
And I'm still waiting for your ideas.
Yes. Okay.
What is this game about?
All right, base. So here's what we want to answer. Like, first of all, before we answer that question. Oh wait, this is in the way. Hang on. There it went. It like disappeared but came back. Let's get you out of the. Put you in the corner up here. Okay. So before we answer that question.
Make it bigger as well. Like here, this.
What? What do you want me to do? Oh, make it bigger.
Yep.
Before we answer, I want people to list off what are some of the moments that you missed. Oh yeah, Kyle pointed out that ring also showed a missing flower on the ring, which I did not notice, but perhaps a clever person would, and give them a chance to be like, I haven't gotten all the stuff yet. All right, what are the teaching moments that you can remember just from memory? And I want you to list them out. Do 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 do.
I love this game.
Oh, this is a good game.
Like it's probably my favorite first level right now. It's amazing.
Yeah, that was really good. To get things started, I'll put one. I will remember like the present teaching loop, like that whole sequence stood out to me as really very intentional. And that was the part where I saw the first present. I didn't think anything of it. I learned the bow tying. I learned the second present, and then I remembered, oh, there's that first present. Went back to the first present and found another bow tie. Like that whole loop was really good.
You can open the image from the chat.
Oh, okay. I'll open the image from the chat. Which this is a game about this. No, I want you to remember all of the things we were taught and how they were taught, and this is going to be important that you do this from memory, and not like rewatching a video or whatever, because I want to see like the beats that you remember. And it probably won't be the same for you guys because you didn't experience it, but maybe based on like.
But it's an interesting thing. Like you can rewatch it later as well because it's an interesting thing for if you have playtesting, for example, because you can learn a lot from watching someone else play.
Yeah, yeah. The reason I want you guys to remember the beats is because this is a good exercise to do in general, is to play something and then put it away and see like all the things you can remember from it. Throwing yarns at clouds to progress in the game. Okay. Throwing yarn at clouds to progress. And that was also like the secondary, you can collect stuff by throwing yarn moments. Okay.
I think you can. It's a different thing.
Yeah, but this was like a part of the same moment.
Okay.
You know, that was like the same.
I mean, it wasn't one moment, I guess.
But it was the same like teaching setup.
Okay.
It's the same setup. What else? Remember, like from the very beginning, some of the very first. There was one that was like some of the very first things. First pit was safe to fall in.
So it doesn't
go to sleep.
Exactly.
Okay. First pit. Safe to fall in. What else? There was something that happened like in the very beginning that I was very pleased about. thinking about, okay, let's see. Coins were placed for players who missed the first glide jump. Yeah. First glide jump. And there was a bunch bundled up into this, right? It wasn't just there were coins there. It was like, also like, this game has secrets. And it was like another like reinforcement of jump through platforms. Also was important there. Falling forward into pushing squishable walls.
Also, for the previous one, I'll have one more thing to add.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Squishable walls.
So here, if you didn't miss that jump, we can pretty safely assume that you're more experienced player, and they showed you like in a different way that you can probably explore something down there. So I don't know, like I know but they hinted they didn't know, like they didn't left out experienced players. They showed them that they should explore as well.
Yes, it like it wasn't like if you're an experienced player you just like move on and there was nothing.
Another one.
Give a chance to learn on your own first. Yeah, that was the big one. Like, give a chance. It's not even give a chance. It's like reward people who learn on their own first. So that was the bit.
But still, they gave you
and gave
opportunity.
A chance. Yeah, we'll say give a chance and reward. Give a chance and reward people who learn on their own first. So by this it was like setting up some implicit level things to let people learn things like the jumping and the spitting before doing the explicit things. And the culmination of that was the first pipe, and how going down the pipe like gave you a good opportunity to like hit something, to hit that piranha plant. And so when you learned how to shoot your yarn balls, if you'd done that already, like it felt like, yeah, I know this, and not, oh, I know this.
Okay.
We got some more. Gift being placed right next to the bow openable. Yes, that was the, I'll put this as because I was sort of secondary of this. It was like gift next to other secret bow. This was interesting to me because I didn't find it right away. I only realized that on the second time around. So I was like led back to that. Having the first pipe for veteran players. Yeah, that's what that was here. Veteran player pipe. That's what I'll call it. When is too much of teaching on a level?
Never.
So I don't necessarily think there is too much. Let's see. How should we progress?
So the problem is, if you can make it enjoyable and rewarding, then your only limit is time.
Yeah, it's like, you know, if there was a bunch of other mechanics to teach, like, and it would have gone on for really long. Like maybe it would have been better to break it into several levels if it would have gone on super long. But let's see, overlapping lessons, where the first time you encounter one thing is on the same screen as the second time you encounter the previous thing. I'm going to write that whole thing down so I can parse it. Overlapping lessons, where the first time you encounter one thing is on the same screen as the second time you encounter the previous thing.
So there's familiarity.
Yeah, familiarity. Basically. Legend of Zelda's just too much reinforcement. I mean, the limit isn't necessarily always time. It could also be like the complexity of the thing you're trying to teach. Because it could be like
it's time. It's time, because if you just need time for the player to exercise that and reinforce everything.
So what I'm gonna like, are there any other like lessons people remember? Because I'm gonna play through it again just at a normal pace and just see how it feels at a normal pace. Because I think that...
I have one more thing.
Alright, well, Jacob's got one.
They used... They often used one situation, or almost every time they used one situation to teach more than one thing.
Teach more than one thing. This one is hard. This one is hard to do without muddying what you're teaching.
Yes.
And I think they did it like super well. Like there were multiple things at once, but it wasn't muddying what you were learning, and that takes a lot of skill. Okay, if there are